Thursday night's live Facebook record sale. When you're on and watching, be sure to let us know. Let's go ahead and be getting everything shared. Welcome, everybody. Let's see here. Let's get it shared. Boom, boom, boom. And go ahead and be getting it shared also into the group. Yeah, there's 2 more behind the counter. Yeah. It's tight quarters over here. I'm going to have to move some stuff around for sure. All right, live now. Let me go over here to also this post and comment. Live now. All right. Okay. If you can take a moment to share this feed, that would be fantastic. That would be absolutely fantastic if you could take a moment to share this feed. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, to hit the thumbs up button, acknowledging that you have liked this video. That would really help us out as well. I think I've shared and commented everywhere. Now let me go over here to YouTube and get the link and get it running on our story. So there's that. And let's go over here to the Instagram and get it shared on our story. Let's see. And we'll get started in just a moment. Link live now. Alrighty. And live now. Link is in our story. Okay, let's go here to chat. All right, so if let's go ahead and get started. I'll go through this crate that's here on the table. We'll start showing some vinyl, especially if there's anybody new watching, to kind of figure out how everything works around here. It's pretty easy though. The way you buy on here is just if you see something you want, you comment. If you're first, you get it. If you're a first-time buyer, I will welcome you and tell you first-time instructions. So we have some pretty incredible auctions. We have some high-end stuff to sell tonight, both in LPs and memorabilia. We've got new vinyl that we're going to try to price during the sale that came today. If not, we'll do it tomorrow night. And that means we have even more new vinyl because there'll be a lot more tomorrow. So if we don't show the new vinyl from tonight, we'll have even more tomorrow. Also, it looks like Paul priced some books and other items for tonight that I had left for him. And John left him some stuff. And they've got me a big stack of vintage. We got autographs from Stevie Ray Vaughan. We got an autographed book with a lot of different people in it. We've got autographed Warriors poster. We got an autographed John Lee Hooker. We've got autographed ZZ Top. We have autographs from Taj Mahal and Jinx Dawson from Coven. We have a lot of different autographs, but more importantly, we got a lot of killer LPs and vinyl. What we normally specialize in, the best of the best vintage and LPs, we've got those as well. So I'm going to start showing you some new vinyl. And Tanner's got even more new vinyl from last night. We've pulled everything from our flip videos, so we got a lot of stuff to recap from prior nights, and I'm going to start showing you stuff right now. Okay, so we have U2 18 singles, $36.99. U2 18 singles, that's $36.99. Also, Rage Against the Machine, that's their self-titled album, $31.99. These are all new and sealed. Van Morrison, his band, and the Street Choir is $28.99. That's on limited edition turquoise vinyl. Also, Godsmack, When Legends Rise, that's a 5th anniversary edition on white vinyl, $31.99. Testament, Souls of Black. Testament is $44.99. Souls of Black and Accept, Balls to the Walls, $44.99. If you saw anything in a Facebook picture, it's going to be auctioned 95% most likely, unless we just don't happen to get to it and I show it as a buy it now. So, yes, if you saw something in a Facebook picture, whether it was a Led Zeppelin album or an autograph or Talking Heads or anything, most all of that is going to be auctioned. Yes, there will be some that I'll surprise you with, and it'll be a buy it now. So just here's what I tell everybody: it's going to be sold regardless. Hope you're ready. It's either going to be a quick draw or it's going to be bid on. Our first auction tonight is actually an autographed Bonnie Raitt CD. Since we're going to be doing a lot of autographs tonight, I found this behind the counter, which I think is something we've recently got in a collection. It's autographed by Bonnie Raitt. Now, the way we're going to do autographs tonight, we do have some stuff that's authenticated, as in it's been authenticated by JSA, or like this book that I'm going to be auctioning some point tonight. It's kind of self-authenticated. We know the signatures are legit. Anything else we're going to be auctioning tonight that is autographed, we have a strong feeling that it's 100% legitimate, and we wouldn't be selling it if we didn't feel that way. So if we sell something that's autographed, we guarantee it to be real. It's not authenticated. We're authenticating it. But if you actually want to get it certified and it comes back not authenticated, we'll give you your money back. But we're not going to sell something unless we have a very strong feeling it's real. So this is a $5 start. It's a Bonnie Raitt autographed CD. She's inside the gatefold there. She has signed the gatefold. That's our first auction tonight. It's an autographed Bonnie Raitt CD. $5 start. That is Bonnie Raitt, isn't it? Yeah, Bonnie Raitt. Look at the draw. I was like, let me make sure I'm saying that right. Yes, $5 start on that. Shangri-La DDoS, Stone Temple Pilots. That is new music on vinyl, $39.99. Extreme Porno Graffiti is $39.99. Extreme Porno Graffiti. We're down to 3 copies of that again. It's amazing how many of those we sell. U2 Songs of Experience. That's on double vinyl, blue vinyl, $28.99 for Songs of Experience. Also, U2 No Line on the Horizon is $28.99. And Whole Celebrity Skin. Whole Celebrity Skin. We still have those in stock for $39.99. Motley Crue Theater of Pain. $33.99 for Motley Crue Theater of Pain. Also, Townes Van Zandt. We've got like 5 albums in stock. Our Mother the Mountain, At My Window, self-titled, Delta Mama Blues, and For the Sake of the Song. Those are all $31.99. Bonnie Raitt autographed CD. High bid is 5, 5, 10, 15, 12, 5, 12, 14. Brent Robley has it for 25. The Cure, Red Light District. That's a red vinyl, 2 LP unofficial, $44.99. Also, The Who's Greatest Hits. That's on red vinyl, $36.99. And Primus, The Desaturating 7. Primus is $31.99. That's on rainbow splatter vinyl. Pink Floyd, Piper at the Gates of Dawn. That's a stereo remaster, $33.99. Van Morrison, Blowing Your Mind from Music on Vinyl, $44.99. Also, All Them Witches, self-titled, $34.99. George Buchanan Wants to Cure. That was the Red Light District Amsterdam on 2 LP red vinyl. That's sold to George Buchanan. First sell of the night goes to him. Joy Division, Unknown Pleasures is $29.99. Last copy we have of Kiss Dynasty, $33.99 for Kiss Dynasty. And we have Led Zeppelin Presents, $31.99 for Led Zeppelin Presents. So the Bonnie Raitt autographed CD, the name of the album, by the way, is called Luck of the Draw. The high bid on that is $25 with Brent Robley. That's at $25, and that's a final call. Jack Hewitt and Stephen Chesney wants a Led Zeppelin Presents. That's sold to Jack Hewitt and Brent McKinney. Also, we have the U2 18 singles sold to Brent McKinney. U2 18 singles. That's sold to Brent McKinney as well. So, does Kiss have the poster? Yes, these are new and sealed 2014 remasters. They include the poster. If you were to open that up, it has the poster. It is $33.99. That is new and sealed. Now, if you saw a Kiss Dynasty in an ad that I had a picture of earlier, that's something we're going to be auctioning off later tonight. Final call on the Bonnie Raitt CD for $25. Let me read through those titles one more time. I'm also going to go ahead and pull some auctions. I've got a lot of really cool stuff that I worked on. I got a Chad crate, but most of the Chad crate is probably going to be auctioned, but I do have some stuff that I pulled out that I've went ahead and priced. They may end up being auctioned anyway, but I had some pretty cool stuff here. First, this is a Jeff Beck Blow by Blow. It is sealed. It's probably a late 70s, early 80s issue, reissue. It's a nice price. It's a perfectly sealed copy. No punch holes, no saw marks. Jeff Beck is a $25 start. It is sealed. It's never been opened. It has a barcode on the back, and it has a nice price sticker, so that's going to be late 70s, probably 80s, early 80s. That's a Jeff Beck blow by blow. That is sealed, and that's a $25 start. All right, so final call on Bonnie Raitt for $25. Bonnie Raitt's at $25. Lance is at $25 on Jeff Beck. All right, so one more time on this one. We have Rage Against the Machine, Van Morrison, Tupelo Honey, Godsmack, also Testament, Souls of Black, Accept, Balls to the Walls, Stone Temple Pilots, Shangri-La Dee-Da, Extreme, Porno Graffiti, U2, Songs of Experience, U2, No Line on the Horizon, Hole, Motley Crue, lots of Townes Van Zandt, also The Who's Greatest Hits, Primus, lots of Pink Floyd, Van Morrison, All Them Witches, Clutch, Joy Division, and Kissed. All right, so we got $25 bids on these two auctions. Bonnie Raitt's at $25 and Jeff Beck is at $25. How much was Unknown Pleasures? Evan, Joy Division is $29.99. For anybody new watching for the first time, if you see anything you want, just comment. We'll sell it to you. If you want to bid, bid in the comments. Extreme Porno Graffiti is $39.99, music on vinyl. If I've missed any questions, sorry, it's probably going to be a busy night. I'll try to answer anything about records. If you have anything related to store business, just make sure you message our page. We'll get with you at some point. Tanner's right here next to me. He replies to most of the messages, but he's tagging records, so there's pretty much nobody really invoicing or working on stuff like that right now. However, we will get back to you. Also, as far as request, we usually don't do request. We may have some stuff pop up, you know, where if somebody's like, hey, do you have a copy of Led Zeppelin 3 that's new and sealed? I'll probably be like, yep, it's right over here, and I can grab you one. Otherwise, it may appear like I'm ignoring you. I'm really not trying to, but we're just going to be going through a lot of material tonight, including auctions. Okay, so next comment was, I guess, a final call. I saw somebody else try to bid. No one really said out on this, but Brent Robley has the Bonnie Raitt autograph CD at $25. It was Jeff McMaster. Yes, he also bid. Now Jeff's at $27. And then Lance Dowdy is the one and only bidder on the sealed Jeff Beck. Lance has this for $25. It's sealed Jeff Beck. It's a nice price, late 70s, early 80s reissue. That's a final call at $25. I'm going to go ahead and go through some new vintage stuff. Let me go through that right now. This is new vintage stuff. 3-window coupe, the ripcords, $19.99. So all of our vintage stuff has been clean, checked, and inspected. If I don't say otherwise, if I don't tell you a grade, then you can assume it's going to look like this. EX Plus to near mint minus vinyl, super clean. We've got everything sleeved and ready to go for you. That is the 3-window coupe by the Ripcords, $19.99. Joe Cocker, Mad Dogs and Englishmen. I really like this. This is $39.99. It's an original A&M pressing. That's a live Joe Cocker album. It opens up with that big gatefold cover, $39.99. We got new bids on Bonnie Raitt CD, $27, now $28. And Deep Purple Machine Head is on the OG green Warner Brothers label. Warner Brothers, $34.99. Deep Purple Machine Head, $34.99. Dan Rice is now at $30 on the Bonnie Raitt autograph CD. Deep Purple is a German pressing of Fireball. Deep Purple, that's on the Harvest label. Beautiful German vinyl. That's a gatefold. Irvin wrote his name right on the cover. Other than that, really nice gatefold, $34.99. And the Stone City Band, Rick James presents the Stone City Band, In and Out. That is also sealed, an original sealed album from 1980, $24.99. All right, only one bid on the sealed Jeff Beck, sealed and has never been opened before. That's being sold to Lance Dowdy for $25. Lance, I thought you would at least get a little bit of competition on that one, but we'll go ahead and sell that to Lance Dowdy for $25. The Bonnie Raitt CD has now 3 bidders. Dan Rice is the high bidder at $30. Deep Purple, who do they think we are? Check this out. It's a UK copy, $34.99. Purple, UK label, made in Great Britain. Awesome cover. It has alternate colors than the US. That's in yellow. That's a super, super nice copy. Has the original price tag on the back. $34.99 on that. Very clean copy of Deep Purple. Also, this is the Concert for Bangladesh box set. George Harrison, Bob Dylan, Eric Clapton, and others. That's $49.99. It's actually not bad. Usually the box is kind of crushed or worn out. That's still available for $49.99. Bonnie Raitt's at $30, now $35. Chad, can you get this? Get the message. the best of electronic. Tanner will hopefully write that down. Tanner's going to write that down. Mike, I will check on that for you. Thank you. Yes, if there's any recommendations on new stuff, just let me know or send our page a message, and I will try to order it. The Good Life Help Wanted Nights is 2015 white vinyl. That is $29.99. Also, Now's the Time, the Quartet of Charlie Parker. Charlie Parker, Now's the Time, the Quartet of Charlie Parker is $29.99. $29.99. Also, Dusty Springfield, You Don't Have to Say You Love Me. Dusty Springfield is $19.99. Creedence Clearwater Revival is $34.99. This is Willie and the Poor Boys. Creedence Clearwater Revival, that's on the blue fantasy label with the gold lettering. $34.99 on CCR. And Frank Zappa Hot Rats is $44.99. Frank Zappa Hot Rats, that's on the original Bizarre label. Pretty clean looking copy. The cover's about a VG Plus, $44.99. All right, so the Bonnie Raitt CD. We was at 30, 35. Jeff McMaster was at 40. Dan Rice at 37. Dan Rice says he's out. Brent Robley is at 50. Jeff McMaster 55. And we have Eric Clapton Backless, $34.99. Eric Clapton Backless is $34.99. And let me go ahead and be starting our next auction. Let me do that right now. So I've got all kinds of really cool stuff. Like I said, I went ahead and marked some of it, but most of the stuff I marked to sell, I'm like, wow, this is, if I picked out some stuff, the price, it was just records in the back that I don't see too often. Here's one of them. This is a true OG press of Steppenwolf's debut album. If you notice, most of them have a kind of built-in hype sticker that says featuring Born to Be Wild, or it says with Born to Be Wild. This one doesn't. This is the true first press. It is in stereo. It would be even sweeter if it's in mono. That would be probably twice as much, though. This is a pretty clean-sounding VG+. The cover is also VG or VG+. The vinyl's VG+, but this is OG Steppenwolf stereo, $25 start. And I test played it. I listened to both sides. It does play around a solid VG+. Just a little bit of light noise maybe in between tracks. So, by the way, Brent, you're outbid on the Bonnie Raitt CD. This is autographed in the gatefold by Bonnie Raitt. Jeff McMaster has that for $55. George Buchanan is at $35 on Steppenwolf. Also, add George Buchanan on that waiting list for that Mike Massey recommended record. REO Speedwagon Live is $34.99. REO Speedwagon Live. And Good News Volume 3, Muddy Waters, $24.99. Good News, Muddy Waters, Volume 3. Uh-oh. There's some of tonight's nightly nudity. Sorry, but she is covered up. This is a Canadian repress of Blind Faith, $34.99. Blind Faith self-titled. Eric Clapton, Steve Winwood, Ginger Baker, Rick Gretsch. That is $34.99. That is $34.99. And Bang Bang, Your Terry Reid. That is $39.99. Super clean copy. Orange Epic label, $39.99. Denise Harrison wants the REO Speedwagon Live. That's so to Denise Harrison. And Nick Bargeron is going to claim the Blind Faith. So that's how things work. For those that hadn't been on in a while, or especially those that have never watched before, we are selling records. I hope you have figured that out by now. First, let me change my mic right quick. Some people saying my mic's cutting in and out, so let me get mine that's been on charge overnight. So give me 1 second to change mics. Okay, Tanner says that one has been on charge. It's weird, like some people's audio is like bad and some people's is good. That don't really make sense. So, okay, but yes, if you see anything you want, just claim it if you're first. Then we're going to be auctioning some stuff in the back. Steppenwolf is at 35, 36, and 42. Just waiting to see if Brent Robley's out on the Bonnie Raitt. He is. He said out. So Jeff McMaster has that for 55. That's a Bonnie Raitt autograph CD. Final call. Creedence Clearwater Revival, Willie and the Poor Boys. And I think I just showed this one. Or maybe there's two copies in here, but that is OG label, very clean looking, $34.99. Also, George Buchanan wants Concert for Bangladesh. That's so to George Buchanan. And we have Night and Day, Charlie Parker and his orchestra. That is $27.99. The top seam is got some splitting on it, but that's another Charlie Parker, $27.99. Jeff Master on CCR. It's not maybe my mic, it's either Facebook or it's my accent, Sean says, one of the two. It's probably a combination, a little bit of both. Okay, let's see what we have here. I got some Kiss records because I'm about to sell Bonnie Raitt. I got a lot of Kiss stuff that wasn't in the hot picture. We got a lot of clean Kiss records, which is this stuff we don't see too often. Usually they're kind of beat up. I think y'all know that by now. Jeff Mass says, too, Jeff, that was, I believe, an earlier press, and it was cleaner. So I think I gave you the better one there for sure. All right, so let's go ahead and also sell Jeff the Bonnie Raitt CD. Bonnie Raitt is sold to Jeff McMaster for $55. If you missed the other auction, this is a true OG press of Steppenwolf and stereo. Steppenwolf's self-titled debut album. There's usually a sticker here, but it's actually printed on the cover. It's kind of hopping, Born to Be Wild. That's not on that variant. And the vinyl and cover, the vinyl is about solid VG+. I have test plated, and the cover is around VG or VG+. George Buchanan has that for $42. All righty, so Kiss Destroyer. Kiss Destroyer is a $35 start. This has the original inner sleeve with it, and this is a 77 RCA Music Club. Very clean vinyl, as in EX Plus to Near Mint Minus on Kiss Destroyer. There's the original inner sleeve. It's a super clean cover as well, and this is an RCA Club, $35 start. Super nice copy. The vinyl, exceptionally nice for what that is. And the exact year on that is a 77. 77 RCA Music Club. That's Kiss Destroyer. Really nice copy. $35 start. No music from the Elder. No music from the Elder. Any mechanical animals? No, there's no mechanical animals. If anybody pre-ordered mechanical animals, you got one. We now have a waiting list. I saw where a couple have already sold for like $200 on eBay. That same pressing we had last night for $69.99. Final call on Steppenwolf. Who else was bidding? Nick Bargeron, let me know if you're in or out on Steppenwolf, because I'm about to sell that to George Buchanan for $42. Hey, there it is. See? Born to Be Wild, including the hit. That one's omitted on that cover. This is $29.99. $29.99. This one's a very clean copy, too. This one's VG+. This one's EX Plus to Near Mint Minus. It does have the second cover, $29.99. Now, that doesn't mean that didn't come out the same release year. This actually may be the first year. It still could be a first-year release, but this is just the first cover variant for sure. Anita O'Day and the Three Sounds, that's $29.99. Tammy's at $35 on Kiss. Nick says he's out on Steppenwolf. Genesis 3 Sides Live is $34.99. And also we have Jets and Gilberto, $36.99, featuring Antonio Carlos Jobim. That's on the Black Verve label. That is $36.99. The World of David Bowie, a 1970 UK compilation. This is something we don't get too often. $49.99. It's The World of David Bowie. The World of David Bowie, $49.99. Man Enough to Be a Woman, Wayne County and the Electric Chairs, $59.99. $59.99, that's a 1978 German pressing. Wayne County and the Electric Chairs, $59.99, 78 German pressing. Pamela Yeager wants David Bowie. Tammy needs to retract her bid on Kiss. Ryan Anderson wants Wayne County. And we have Steppenwolf sold for $42. Tanner, that is sold to George Buchanan for $42. Ryan Anderson got the Wayne County. Pamela got David Bowie. So we're back to square one on Kiss. This is a 77 club copy of Destroyer. Super nice cover. The vinyl's Near Mint Minus. It has the original inner sleeve. I'm looking for a $35 start. I'm assuming everybody that's a Kiss fan already has a copy of Destroyer. If you need a nicer one, there's a good decision. There's one right there. Make a great decision is what I'm trying to say, and go ahead and bid on it. Next auction, we're going to probably move through some of the stuff that was on Facebook pretty fast. I've got a really nice copy of Talking Heads. This is a 1983 SRC pressing, OG. These that I'm auctioning right now is stuff that I worked on. I've cleaned them all. I've test played most of them. It's took me several days to work on these, but this is Near Mint Minus vinyl. It has the original inner sleeve. Talking Heads, Speaking in Tongues is a $40 start. Talking Heads, Speaking in Tongues is a $40 start. Okay. Getz and Gilberto. Jefferson Steel, no condition notes, $36.99. No condition notes, $36.99. Getz and Gilberto, $36.99. Denise Harrison's in on Kiss at $35. Also, Edgar Winter Group, Shock Treatment. This is a quad pressing. This is in quad. It's $24.99. And we have Expect No Mercy, Nazareth. Nazareth is a 77 UK pressing, $24.99. 77 UK pressing, $24.99. Crowology shipped today, Tracy. We will have Black Crow's Crowology. It's either unboxing right now, or we'll have it tomorrow, or we'll have it by Friday. Scott Smith wants the quad Edgar Winter group. Also, yes, Time and a Word. Hadn't seen one of these in a while. Time and a Word, very cool, $26.99. $26.99 for Yes, Time and a Word. Michael Nath wants Nazareth. Also, now we're going to do a final call on Kiss. Kiss Destroyer is a $35 bid, final call. And then Talking Heads is a really nice copy. Speaking in Tongues, that's a $40 starting bid. It's an 83 USOG. Craig Johnson first to Yes. Jamie Butler was second. And next is Elephant's Memory, Songs from Midnight Cowboy. That's in shrink wrap, $26.99. $26.99. Everybody's voting on their favorite record pricer. There's Paul and John. And then every once in a while, you'll get a rare Chad crate. And then Doug used to order new vinyl and get his recommendations on the board. But Doug don't have a lot of time to do that anymore, kind of like me. I don't have a lot of time to price vintage. If you see any new vinyl, those are automatically Chad crates. If you see any new vinyl, those are all Chad crates. But Chris Frazier bid on Kiss. Chris, I just seen that. Chris is at 36 on Kiss. Chris is in on Kiss at 36. That's going once, going twice. So Denise Harrison, you're out on that. We do have a bid on Talking Heads now. George Buchanan's at 42. And Denise is back in on Kiss at 40. So we got new bids on that. Okay, I might need Paul. Let's see, did he bring up the rest of these autographs? He did. All right, awesome. I figured he did. So I've got all kinds of different autographs tonight. The first is Taj Mahal. This is Taj Mahal. Taj Blues. This is autographed by Taj Mahal. And it was kind of hard to find some of his comps, but I'm going to start this one at just $20. This is an autographed Taj Mahal CD. If the disc matters anything to you, it's absolutely perfect. There's also no damage to the jewel case. But this is autographed by Taj Mahal. Taj's Blues, autographed on the inside of the artwork. It's not on the case. It's actually on the artwork. That is a $20 starting bid. Signed, autographed by Taj Mahal. That is going to be put right there. Next is Talking Heads is at 42. That's a final call. And Kiss is at 41. Here's what's left in this crate. When I do a recap, they're going to be very quick because I got a lot of other stuff to go through. We have 3-window coupe by the Ripcords. That is $19.99. 3-window coupe, the Ripcords, $19.99. Joe Cocker, Mad Dogs and Englishmen is $39.99. Deep Purple Machine Head is on the green Warner Brothers label, Smoke on the Water. That's the original label, $34.99. Deep Purple Fireball, a super clean German copy for $34.99. Does have some writing up here, but the vinyl's very nice. That's on the Harvest label. Jeff McMaster on the Ripcords. Jeff McMaster got the Ripcords. That's so to Jeff McMaster. Let's go ahead and sell Talking Heads so we can put Taj Mahal up here. George Buchanan got Talking Heads for $42. High bid on the Taj Mahal CDs, $35. And Denise, let me know if you want back in on Kiss because Chris Frazier has that at $41. Rick James, Stone City Band. That is sealed from 1980, $24.99. And this is a very cool Deep Purple record. Who do they think we are? This is the UK version, $34.99. Who do they think we are? Also, The Good Life, Help Wanted Nights, $29.99. We also have the Quartet of Charlie Parker, Dusty Springfield. Here's the other copy of CCR Willie and the Poor Boys, $34.99 on that. Frank Zappa, Hot Rats, Eric Clapton, Backless. That was Muddy Waters, Volume 3 of Good News, Volume 3. That's $24.99. Really surprised that's still available. Scott Smith put RC. RC was for, that might have been for the Ripcords. If so, that's already sold. We have Charlie Parker, Steppenwolf is still available, Anita O'Day, Genesis, Getz, and Gilberto, and Elephant's Memory, Songs from Midnight Cowboy. If there's anything in there that I didn't give a price on, just let me know because I can give you a price on it, and I will be glad to give you a price on it. In the meantime, Muddy Waters is $24.99. We're waiting for Denise to say in or out on Kiss because Chris has that for $41. And if nobody else is wanting to bid on Taj Mahal, we're going to sell that to Jason Kitten for $35. Taj Mahal, Taj's Blues. Taj's Blues. And I'm going to go ahead and grab our next crate of new vintage stuff. Let me lay that right there. I'm going to start doing some Jenga. Holy moly, didn't know we had this tonight. Quick glance because it's got nudity all over it, but I didn't know we had a copy of Electric Ladyland tonight. Jimi Hendrix. Let me take a peek at this crate then. Looks like some really good stuff in here. Let me mix around these albums. We got 4 of the same artist in a row. Yeah, this is some great stuff here. I think that it looks like they've got into some of the Wayne Titsworth collection. They got into some of Wayne's better records, it looks like. He had all those kind of separate. They've been buried for a while. So let me go back up to the top. Michael Nath says he's going to take the Muddy Waters. I think Sherry Darnell was second on that one, but Muddy Waters is sold to Michael Nath. So, and then Ian wanted to know the price on Frank Zappa. Frank Zappa was $44.99, Ian. Hot Rats. Bizarre label. No condition notes on the vinyl. All right, so I'm assuming Scott Smith RC was for ripcords as well. Michael Nath gets Muddy Waters. Sherry Darnell was second. He says you can give it to Sherry Darnell. So give this to Sherry Darnell. Holt says Denise bid 43 on Kiss. I cannot see that. Denise, if you have bid 43 on Kiss, please let me see that one more time. This is Kiss Destroyer. This is a RCA 77 Club. Very nice jacket. The vinyl is near mint minus. But if Denise, if you're bidding, I need to see that one more time. Jason Kenton gets the Taj Mahal CD for $35. That is sold to Jason Kenton for $35. The next autographed item we have is a very cool book. I just like the way it looks. And all these books we got from the South Carolina collection, I was like, man, very cool. The Devil Went Down to Georgia. Stories by Charlie Daniels. And then that collection from South Carolina, I opened it up and I went, wow, it's actually signed by the man himself. So this is an autographed Charlie Daniels book, The Devil Went Down to Georgia. This is a $35 start. The Devil Went Down to Georgia, Stories by Charlie Daniels. It's autographed by Charlie Daniels himself. It's also a first printing of the book, if that means anything to you. That's a starting bid of $35. Really cool book. It has the original dust jacket. That's now up for bid. She did bid, just scroll up. That's not on my screen. Denise's bid did not show up on my screen. That's not on there. I still don't see her. Well, Denise. Okay, she replied to Mike McGinnis, 43. Okay, now David Tate. We got a new bidder anyway. David Tate's at 44. All right, so just so everybody knows, David Tate's the high bidder on Kiss at 44. Let's go through this next crate of new vintage. We have The Beatles Story. This is a 2LP on Apple, $39.99. The Beatles Story, very clean copy, $39.99. We got 3 bids on Charlie Daniels, $35, $35, and $35. Programs, Cruising America with Cousin Brucey. $39.99. This is a radio broadcast from 1990. Cruising America with Cousin Brucey. This is an original full radio broadcast from 1990. $39.99. Kiss is now at 45. Charlie Daniels is at 40. Another Cruising America with Cousin Brucey. That's also from 1990. That is $39. So we got 2 Cousin Brucey Cruising America radio broadcast. Looney Tunes Merry Melodies box set. That's all, folks. $49.99. And we have Creedence Clearwater Revival, Green River, $34.99. Green River, super clean vinyl. Arthur bid 45 on Kiss. Chris is out. Also, Denise is out. Jason Kenton's at 40 on Charlie Daniels. Christopher Morris wants The Beatles Story. That's sold to Christopher Morris. Kiss is now at 50, and Pamela Yeager wants CCR. Those are all sold. Cosmos Factory, another CCR. Creedence Clearwater Revival, Cosmos Factory. That is the original label, super clean looking vinyl, $34.99 on that. And the Byrds, Bird Maniacs, $24.99. About a VG or VG Plus cover, $24.99, no condition notes on the vinyl. Pamela Yeager wants CF, Cosmos Factory. Pamela got both of those CCRs. Tina Turner, Rough. I don't know if I've seen that one before. Tina Turner, Rough, $26.99. It has a radio station promo on the back. No condition notes on the vinyl. The cover is about a VG. It has a clip corner that shows some signs of wear. Also, December's Children. This is the Rolling Stones, $36.99. Blue London stereo label, super clean vinyl. No condition notes on that, and a nice looking jacket. Update on Kiss. David Tate has this for $50. Who else was bidding? Arthur. Mr. Arthur Prosser, let me know if you're in or out on Kiss, because David Tate has that at $50. And the autographed Charlie Daniels book is at $50 as well. Brent Robley, autographed by Charlie Daniels. First printing of the book as well, or first edition. Has the dust jacket. That is at $50 with Brent Robley. Next was Michael Nath. He was first on the Rolling Stones. Arthur's out on the Kiss record. Jason's out on Charlie Daniels. Denise Harrison wants Tina Turner and Pamela, you were second on the Rolling Stones. Walt Disney's Merriest Songs. This is sealed. An original 1968 sealed copy. It's a Gulf promotional, $34.99. $34.99. That's sealed from Disney, never been opened. The Beatles 65 is a green Target Capital label reissue, $34.99. Green Target Capital. Very clean looking copy, $34.99. And the Beatles Hey Jude, a 1975 Apple press, $39.99. Very clean looking copy of Hey Jude. Super clean vinyl, 75 Apple, $39.99. We're now at final calls. They're both at $50. Kiss is at $50 and Charlie Daniels is at $50. Those are final calls. Those are final calls. So while we're wrapping those up, I'm going to be grabbing our next auctions, which is another autographed item. And we have the Beatles, Abbey Road. This is a 1971 pressing. Abbey Road originally came out in '69. This is a '71 press, United States, and that is $44.99. Okay, Tina Turner. Let's see here. And Pamela said DC Stones. She said never mind on Hey Jude, and Christopher says he'll take Hey Jude. Hey Jude is sold to Christopher Morris. Hey Jude is sold to Christopher Morris. The Rolling Stones, Still Life, American Concert, 1981. This is $24.99. Super clean vinyl. That is $24.99. And we have Love You Live. This is sealed from 1986. This has never been opened. It also has no cutouts or saw marks. The Rolling Stones Love You Live. That is sealed, $49.99. All right, David Tate gets the Kiss Destroyer for $50, Tanner. That's sold to David Tate for $50. And Brent Robley gets the autographed Charlie Daniels book, The Devil Went Down to Georgia. That's sold to Brent Robley for $50. George Buchanan wants the Rolling Stones Love You Live. That is sealed. That's sold to George Buchanan. Our next auction is Dr. John. This is signed by Dr. John, the Night Tripper. Very cool. I thought this was very cool. Dr. John, Under a Hoodoo Moon. And I opened it up, and just like a lot of these books from that South Carolina collection, it's autographed. It says, to Chris and Virginia, which are the name of the couple we bought these records from. I think Paul, when he went up there to buy these, he was dealing with Chris. It says, love and luck, Dr. John, the Night Tripper. And that is a $95 start. Autographed by Dr. John. Book. It's also got the dust jacket on it. Very strong autograph. That's a $95 start on the Dr. John Under a Hoodoo Moon, autographed by Dr. John himself, the Night Tripper. All right, let me pull up our next auction. Let's go ahead and sell the 75 Led Zeppelin Presswell of Physical Graffiti. I test played this record. It's a really clean copy. We hadn't had a nice Physical Graffiti in quite some time. We've had some very nice, amazing Hall of Fame Zeppelin records in shrink wrap. This one's a tough record to get in shrink wrap, but it is nice. And this is OG 75 Presswell. OG 75 Presswell. It has all the inner sleeves, as you can see. I test played it. It sounds amazing. It's really hard to find something wrong with it. It does have some sleeve scuffing. I guess if I do want to say there's something wrong with it, you know, there is a couple of like just where these are heavy stock sleeves. This record usually has some kind of scuff on it here or there. I've test played it though, and it sounds really, really well. And that is a 1975. Led Zeppelin Physical Graffiti is a $45 start, and that is a 75 Presswell press. As you can see, it has all the inserts. The jacket's really nice too, and that is a $45 start. Also, Dr. John is a $95 start. So there's Led Zeppelin, 75 Presswell, $45 start on that. Back to the bin. The Rolling Stones, get your Yayas out. That's $34.99 for the Rolling Stones. Get your Yayas out. Blue London stereo label, $34.99 on the Stones. And Ted Nugent is sealed, $29.99. It has a barcode on the back. It is the self-titled Ted Nugent Stranglehold album, $29.99. We have a $45 bid and a $45 bid on Led Zeppelin. Also, Kool and the Gang. I've never seen this one before. This is $39.99, contains the hit single Country Junkie. Kool and the Gang, Good Times, on Delight. Very clean looking copy, $39.99. Pamela Yeager wants RS for Rolling Stones. Michael Nath wants the Nugent. Kool and the Gang is $39.99. And The Cars, Heartbeat City. The Cars, classic album, has the original inner sleeve, $34.99. Led Zeppelin's now at $55. Final call if you want to bid on the Dr. John book. If there's no bids, when I say bidding's done, it's a buy it now. That means somebody can go ahead and grab it for $95. In the meantime, if you want to go ahead and lock in a bid, you can at $95. Frank Zappa, Overnight Sensation. Zappa is $34.99 for Frank Zappa Overnight Sensation, $34.99 on that. And we have Derek and the Dominoes, Layla, also $34.99. 2LP, that's the red Polydor label for Derek and the Dominoes, Layla, $34.99. George Buchanan, The Cars, was $34.99, and so was Layla. The Best of the Doors, this is a quadraphonic pressing, $39.99 for The Best of the Doors. Super clean vinyl, red Electra, quadraphonic mix of The Best of the Doors. That is quad, $39.99. George Buchanan says he'll take The Cars. Arthur Prosser has the high bid of Led Zeppelin at $60. And this is a knotless super disc audiophile pressing of the Moody Blues on the Threshold of a Dream. That is $49.99. The Moody Blues on the Threshold of a Dream, $49.99. Some very cool records in here. Quad Doors, knotless Moody Blues, and Blue Cheer. This is $74.99. This is Outside Inside by Blue Cheer. Really nice copy. There's almost no signs of wear on the front or the back of the cover, and the vinyl is exceptionally nice. I remember looking at that one. Sherry Darnell gets the Doors, and the Moody Blues is sold to Arthur. Let's go ahead and do a final call on Led Zeppelin, or I should do a first call because Craig hasn't set out, Kevin hasn't set out, and it's right now Arthur's at $60. Craig and Kevin, if you want to bid or say out, that would be helpful. If anybody wants the Dr. John book, it's a $95 buy it now. $95 buy it now. That's the first no sale of the night. It's autographed by Dr. John. It says, to Chris in Virginia, love and luck, Dr. John, the Night Tripper. He also made a little crescent moon and star there. That's a $95 buy it now if anybody wants it. Thomas Hujar says he'll take the Blue Cheer. Kevin's out on Led Zeppelin, so now it's between Arthur and Craig. I'm going to move that over here into slot number 1. Let's see what else I got. Coco Taylor. Coco Taylor. This is signed by Coco Taylor. This is autographed CD, autographed by Coco Taylor. I'll remind you once again on our autographs, these are 100% legitimate. I will never sell an autograph that I don't think is legitimate unless I sell it for like a $1 start or something. We know the guy who we got these from was in the music business. These are 100% legitimate. He even had pictures with these people. $20 start on Coco Taylor. And the name of that album is self-titled. It says produced by Willie Nixon. That is autographed on the CD artwork. $20 start on the autographed Coco Taylor CD. The Who, the Guess Who Road Food. This is a quad mix for $24.99. And we have Santana Abraxas. Santana Abraxas is EX $29.99. It has the poster with it. It has the poster with it. It does have the Santana poster, $29.99. All right, we got to go ahead and wrap up Led Zeppelin. Final call. Arthur has that for $60. The Who live at Leeds. This is complete with all 12 original documents, $49.99. All 12 original documents. This is The Who live at Leeds. It's a gatefold on the Decca, super clean vinyl, and it has all those original inserts with it, $49.99. Michael Nath is at $20 on the Coco Taylor CD. George Buchanan says he'll take the Santana. And we have Ted Nugent, another sealed Ted Nugent from that Wisconsin collection. That is also sealed for $29.99. All right, Arthur Prosser gets the Led Zeppelin for $60. Final call on the Coco Taylor CD. Michael Nath has that for $20. That's about to be a final call. Now, I didn't know we had this tonight, and I'm going to really have to hide it because it is 100% covered in nudity. This is the Jimi Hendrix Experience, Electric Ladyland. Jimi Hendrix Experience, Electric Ladyland. Let me kind of just show you a quick look at the cover if you're familiar. I know this is from Wayne's collection. I sold it to him. I remember selling it to him. I believe it's a German press. Let me show that. This is a German press. Yes, made in West Germany. Quick look. I'm going to have to put something to cover this up. But that has the original cover. That's not a first press. The true first press is from the UK on track. Those are very expensive. Those are very expensive. This is going to be a $95 start. Let me cover it up with, I'll cover it up with the Sugar Shop. I'll do that. I'll cover it up with the Sugar Shop. That is a $95 start. $95 start on the Jimi Hendrix Experience on that. Kenny Heathcock wants Ted Nugent. That's sold to Kenny Heathcock. Ronette's auction. I will do that next. And we have Coco Taylor is sold for $20 to Michael Nath. That's sold to Michael Nath for $20. Jimi Hendrix, the cover is very nice, VG Plus or better, and the vinyl is Near Mint Minus. Near Mint Minus, West German pressing of Jimi Hendrix Electric Ladyland. $95 start on that. The Osmonds, Crazy Horses, $29.99 on the Osmonds Crazy Horses. And Van Morrison, Tupelo Honey. Boy, this one looks like a really nice copy. It's a second or later Warner Brothers label. The vinyl is very nice, $34.99. Jimi Hendrix is a $95 start. Next autographed CD is by Aaron Neville. He had the hit song Tell It Like It Is. This says, to Virginia, love Aaron Neville. I'm sure y'all all familiar with that song, Tell It Like It Is. This is also a $20 start, autographed by Aaron Neville. Tell It Like It Is. The name of the CD is Warm Your Heart. That's a $20 start, Aaron Neville autographed CD. Pink Floyd The Wall is a Carleton, Georgia press, $64.99. This is from the early 80s because it has a barcode, but it is a super nice copy. I mean, super nice copy. $64.99. $64.99. That is near mint, vinyl, and jacket. The Wall, not Dark Side of the Moon. George Buchanan wants Tupelo Honey. Also, did somebody claim Ted Nugent earlier? Did I not pull it? I guess I did pull it. Yes, I did. Tanner's got it in his hand. The next comment was George Buchanan wants Tupelo Honey. Tommy Flowers is at $25 on Aaron Neville. And Teen Delights. Teen Delights is $19.99. We have to cover Jimi Hendrix because if it gets reported and you have nudity, if somebody wants to report a video or sometimes Facebook, I know somebody who got their account blocked because they posted a picture of Van Halen Balance. Speaking of Van Halen Balance, that's a great segue to tell you about our group and tell you about an awesome pre-order that we have up. And let me do that right now. I want to invite everybody to our group that's called Whole Lotta Records. Whole Lotta Records is our private Facebook group, and we have one of the biggest pre-orders of the year up, and that's for the Van Halen Collection 2 box set. The Van Halen Collection 2 box set is now up for pre-order. This morning, we got to 99 pre-orders on it. They're going to be $134.99. They're due out October 6th. Hope everybody joins our group. If you're not in our group and you want in on the pre-order, let me know right now. If you're not on Facebook, if you're watching on YouTube, if you want in on the Van Halen box set, because I've already ordered a bunch of them, just in case they're heavily allocated. I've already put in my order. And they're $134.99. You get Van Halen 5150 OU812 for Unlawful Carnal Knowledge, Balance, and you get a collection disc of bonus tracks and rarities. 5 LP box, $134.99. Christopher Morris on Pink Floyd The Wall. That's sold to Christopher Morris. Let's go ahead and do a final call on Aaron Neville. Aaron Neville is at $25 with Tommy Flowers. Can you show the Jimi Hendrix vinyl? Don't need to see the cover. I will show you the vinyl. It's on a red Polydor label. Let me get it where it's covered a little bit more. This is on a red Polydor label. The high bid is $95. We're looking for a $95 start. It's super clean. I remember selling this to Wayne. It doesn't really have a mark on it. Very nice, and we're not selling at the sugar shop. That is a West German pressing, probably from the early 70s, I believe. That's a $95 start. We're about to sell the Aaron Neville CD for $25 to Tommy Flowers. And we have Golden Earring Moontan. Boy, there's a lot of nudity tonight. Probably because we're in Wayne's collection. He did collect nude and band covers. So Golden Earring Moontan, $39.99. That is on the original track MCA. That is $39.99. We have a $95 bid on that. And we have a $95 bid on Jimi Hendrix. We have the Chambers Brothers Greatest Hits, $19.99. The Chambers Brothers Greatest Hits, Columbia label, $19.99. All right, let's sell Aaron Neville for $25. Tommy Flowers, he gets that for $25. Somebody requested we sell the Ronettes. Let's do it. The Ronettes is a 1964 mono Monarch misprint, and I did test play it. It's about a VG or VG minus. This record is so hard to find in good condition. Visually, it's about a VG minus. This is the Ronettes, presenting the fabulous Ronettes. The misprint is on the label. They put 2 N's in the Ronettes instead of 1. Yep, it's supposed to be 1 N. This has 2, so this is the misprint label, 1964. It's in mono and it's a Monarch, and this is a $20 start. This record in like Good Plus, I think, starts at twice that much. This is a $20 start. I've had a really nice copy of this before, and we sold it for a couple $100. This one's a $20 start. Not an easy record to get, and it's an original 64 mono Monarch. The Ronettes. Be My Baby was their big hit. That's on the Phillies label. That's a 64 mono Monarch misprint. That is now up for bid. I have test played it. It plays like a VG record. It looks like a VG minus. It plays like a VG. Final call on Jimi Hendrix. Michael Swanger, you're out. Michael Nath bid first at 95. So Michael Swanger, if you want back in, let me know. Quick recap. Y'all have almost obliterated that bin. Not much left in there. We have an open slot for an auction. No, we don't, because we're bidding on the Ronettes and we're bidding on Electric Ladyland. Let me do that one more. Let me go through this crate one more time very quickly. We've got two Cruisin' America with Cousin Brucey, radio broadcast from 1990. That is $39.99. We also have Looney Tunes, Merry Melodies. This is $49.99. Looney Tunes, Merry Melodies is $49.99. And the Birds is $24.99. The Birds is $24.99. Walt Disney's Merriest Songs is $34.99, and that is sealed from 1968. 1968. Okay, so Jimi Hendrix has a new bid of 100. Michael Nath's out. Let me show the Ronettes again. Michael or John Young wants to see both sides of the Ronettes. So let me show you this. Let me show you the label first. There's the misprint label, side 2, there's side 1. And then the cover is also VG or VG minus. It has a little bit of writing down here and maybe a stain right there, a couple pieces of tape. Probably, it's definitely a VG minus cover. There it is. Okay, and if Facebook is being problematic, we are also broadcasting on YouTube. So, and I think there's almost no problems on there. So if you have a YouTube account, if you're familiar with the app, you can watch on YouTube right now for those that are having problems on Facebook. Jimi Hendrix is at a final call at 100. The Ronettes was at 25, 25, 26, 31, 32, 40. Dwayne put GE. GE was for, what was for GE? Golden Earring. That's so did Dwayne Sevilla. Ronettes 33, Ronettes 35, Ronettes 35. Any saw marks on Disney? Disney has no saw marks. No saw marks or punch outs. I don't think this was sold in stores. This was a Gulf. This was a giveaway from Gulf. $34.99. That is sealed. Ronettes 36, Ronettes 50, Ronettes 60, and Ronettes 70. And can I see Looney Tunes again? You can. Looney Tunes is Merry Melodies. Looney Tunes Merry Melodies is $49.99. Yeah, there's no problems on YouTube. If you have a YouTube account and you're having trouble watching on Facebook, go to YouTube. There's almost never any problems on YouTube. They're a much better website. Facebook has a lot of problems every day, as y'all are very familiar. Ronettes is at 70. Kevin Hughes said sold, and he asked about, I believe, he asked about the Disney record. That's sold to Kevin Hughes. Also, Ronettes is at 70. Ronettes 85, and the Merry Melodies. Yes, who asked about this? Let me show that one more time. That's a Looney Tunes box set, Merry Melodies, $49.99, Mr. Rob Scheffler. All right, let's also go ahead and sell the Hendrix. That is sold to Michael Swanger for $100. Michael, you get the Jimi Hendrix for $100. Congratulations. Regardless of the pressing, that's always one somebody's wanting because it has that original nude cover from Electric Ladyland. Always desirable. I'm going to go ahead and auction this, and I'm going to tell you the full story on it. Do I believe this is an original John Lee Hooker autograph? Absolutely, because the guy who we bought this from met him. He knew him. He had a lot of blue stuff, as y'all see tonight. We sent this to JSA. Let me try to find the letter right quick. I'm going to try to find the letter right quick. Let me slide behind you. JSA would not authenticate this. They're not saying it's not real, but they just can't give it its stamp of approval. And the reason they can't give it a stamp of approval is because they're just not 100% sure on it. So a lot of autograph companies will not authenticate an autograph if they don't 100% believe it's real. But we've went ahead and paid to send this to JSA. This is the only one that didn't come back real. It has all the reasons why. But John Lee Hooker's autographs are kind of interesting, as you can see. It's kind of an odd autograph. But I'm going to sell this as is. Do I think it's real? Yes. Did PSA turn it down? They did. Could you get it authenticated somewhere else? Possibly. You could send it to somewhere else, and they may go ahead and say, yes, it's real. JSA wouldn't for us, and we went ahead and paid. I will include this letter, and they give a couple reasons why they maybe think. It says sizing of letters, disproportionate, exaggerated. I think it's odd because it's such a big autograph. I mean, this is a pretty big framed item. I'm going to tell you what we need a starting bid for, and this is not only you're bidding on the autograph, but you're also bidding on this big framed item that we're going to have to ship to you. So whoever buys this, we're going to have to ship this to you, and this price kind of includes shipping, and that's a $95 start. So JSA is saying they can't authenticate it. That doesn't mean it's not real, but what I'm saying is I believe it is, but I'm going to sell it as is. So buy it as if, just buy it like you're buying a nice framed John Lee Hooker item, and it could be autographed, and you might want to send it somewhere else. But I know this guy met him, and he had it signed, but JSA just can't give that stamp of approval. $95 start. $95 start, and it's really nicely framed. It's matted. It has a John Lee Hooker emblem right here of his name. That's a $95 start. Speaking of $95, that's now the high bid on the Ronettes, presenting the fabulous Ronettes, and that's a 64 mono with the misprint label pressed at Monarch. John Lee Hooker's a $95 bid. So one more time, do I believe it's real? Absolutely. Did JSA authenticate it? No, they didn't. But it's not like, it's kind of like, well, it could be real. So, all right. We have Ronettes. Let's make sure I didn't miss any claims in there. Kevin sold that. And Ronettes, 95. John Lee Hooker, 95. Okay, we have the Beatles, 65 was $34.99. That's a green Target label. We have the Beatles Abbey Road, $44.99 for the Beatles Abbey Road. The Rolling Stone Still Life was $24.99. Also, Cool in the Gang, Good Times, $39.99. Frank Zappa is $34.99. Derek and the Dominoes, Layla, $34.99. Also, the Guess Who Road Food, $24.99. The Who Live at Leeds is $49.99. The Osmonds Crazy Horses, $29.99. Teen Delights with D. Clark, $19.99, and the Chambers Brothers Greatest Hits. Christopher Morris, you're the high bidder on the Ronettes at $100. George is out, and John Lee Hooker is at $95 with Michael Nath. That's now a final call. Michael Nath has that for $95. All righty. And if you're waiting on some of the other things, we'll be getting those started in just a second. Let me go ahead and pull the Buddy Holly, and let me go ahead and pull a nice, clean Pink Floyd record. We're going to put those up next. I got a very nice Buddy Holly, and I got a very nice Pink Floyd. Let's go ahead and do some final calls on the Ronettes for $100 and John Lee Hooker framed item for $95. Those are final calls. Let me go ahead and be getting the next crate of new vintage stuff next. We got some check condition stuff. Check condition means these are records that are not EX Plus to near mint minus, but we've graded them. They're not going to be totally trashed. They're going to be what they are. They're check condition. There may be some VG. There may be some VG Plus, and I will tell you this, there are some incredible titles in here. I also got a whole crate of new vinyl to show at some point tonight that's on sale new vinyl. I thought that would really stir up the pot tonight. On top of everything else, go ahead and show some new vinyl. So I got 3 crates full of on sale new vinyl. It's everything left from 2022. All right, Tanner, the Ronettes is sold for $100 to Christopher Morris. Christopher, thank you. And Michael Nath, you get the John Lee Hooker. We'll call that a signed print. And there's the JSA. Of course, we've already paid to have it checked there, but I don't know, you might want to send that. I'm sure Michael is just going to hang it on his wall. And you can tell everybody John Lee Hooker signed it. Just if you want to have it authenticated somewhere else, it might come back A-OK. Next is Buddy Holly. And this was a 1964 pressing. This is on the rainbow. Look how nice this is. When I seen this, I was like, holy moly, look how nice this is. So this is on a second label. The OG would be on a coral. It would be on a coral label. This is a coral rainbow label. Super clean vinyl, just unusually nice for this kind of grade. It has the original coral inner sleeve. And take a look at this jacket. Buddy Holly, no spine bust on the bottom. Strong or no seam bust on this bottom, strong spine, also a strong top, just a little bit of mark there. This is a $65 start. Buddy Holly. Buddy Holly, self-titled, $65 start. That's a 1964. I put on the back, top copy. 64, top copy. Next is Pink Floyd, A Saucer Full of Secrets. Another really nice top copy. This is a 1972 Jacksonville press. 1972 Jacksonville press. I did test play it. It's really clean on the Harvest label from 1972. That's a $45 start. $45 start on Pink Floyd, A Saucer Full of Secrets. All right, John Young said send it to ACOA. They will likely pass it. Yeah, without a doubt, John Lee Hooker signed that, but just trying to get somebody to put a stamp of approval on it is another thing. Not everybody authenticates autographs, even though they may be real. They have to be 100% positive. All right, Buddy Holly 65, Buddy Holly 70. That's Obscured by Clouds. Thank you, Paul. Yes, Obscured by Clouds. Sorry, Obscured by Clouds. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Obscured by Clouds. Paul probably heard Saucer Full of Secrets. This is Obscured by Clouds. Thank you. They both have very similar covers. All right, we do have two auctions. I got a new crate already up. Let's go through that. We have check condition, best of soundtracks, VG Plus, $19.99. This is a white label promo. Best of soundtracks, white label promo. This is $19.99, VG Plus condition. Station to Station, David Bowie is VG Plus, $24.99. David Bowie, Station to Station, tan RCA label, VG Plus condition, $24.99. Warriors posters will be put up in just a second. I'll go ahead and let y'all know see, is it 8 o'clock yet? It is already 8 o'clock. Probably we'll do the, I'll probably go ahead and show Stevie Ray Vaughan next, and then we'll do the Warriors poster. We'll do the two bigger items first, see if we do have anybody interested in buying them. I kind of told Tanner and Seth, I was like, these will probably sell. If they sell, I'll be shocked and excited. If they don't sell, I'll be shocked and probably excited because I really don't want to see these things go, but I'll also be happy if we sell them. So we'll see if we have the buyers on. We'll find out. But those will be put up for auction next. Next will be Stevie Ray Vaughan. Buddy Holly, Mike McGinnis, the John Lee Hooker autograph already sold. Buddy Holly, 75, 80, 85, 100. And we have Wilson Pickett, I'm in Love. Wilson Pickett is a VG copy, $19.99. Wilson Pickett, I'm in Love. The vinyl on that is VG, $19.99. Looking for a $45 start on Pink Floyd? Jules, Volume 1, various artists, VG Plus, $19.99. This is a compilation. Crimson and Clover, whole lot of shaking going on. Leader of the Pack, Tighter and Tighter, Chapel of Love. That's VG Plus, $9.99. We have Led Zeppelin, In Through the Outdoor, VG Plus, $24.99. Led Zeppelin, In Through the Outdoor, VG Plus condition, $24.99. This is cover variant A. Cover variant A, VG Plus condition, $24.99. Speaking of Pink Floyd, this is the final cut, VG Plus condition, $29.99 for Pink Floyd, the final cut. Buddy Holly's at 110 with Alex Roman. One more look at this. This is a 65 coral label, rainbow. Super nice jacket. That's the winning piece on this for sure. But not only that, the vinyl is EX Plus the Near Mint Minus. That is a final call at 110. We do have a bid on Pink Floyd at 45. And Stevie Ray Vaughan is coming up next. Jay and the Techniques. Apple Peaches Pumpkin Pie, 64 coral label. That's right, 64 coral label. Apple Peaches Pumpkin Pie. This is a white label promo. VG Plus, $19.99. Apple Peaches Pumpkin Pie, VG Plus condition, $19.99. White label promo. The Rolling Stones, their Satanic Majesty's Request. VG Plus, $54.99 on the Rolling Stones, their Satanic Majesty's Request. VG Plus condition. This has the lenticular cover with it. It's a gatefold. We had one of these the other night. Blue London stereo label, VG Plus, $54.99. Final call on Pink Floyd and final call on Buddy Holly. This also has, if I can get the LP back in it, this also has the original inner sleeve with it, which looks like this. Very cool inner sleeve with that one as well. That has the lenticular 3D cover as well. Pamela Yeager says she'll take Jay and the Techniques. Also, we have the Savage 7 featuring Cream and Iron Butterfly. That's a soundtrack featuring Cream and Iron Butterfly. There's Cream. The vinyl's EX $34.99. New bid on Buddy Holly, $115. But we are about to sell Obscured by Clouds. What did Paul say earlier? Paul said, I'm in the back pricing records, and he almost broke his neck. He thought I was auctioning off a near mint saucer full of secrets. No, this is obscured by clouds, but it is a really nice copy. And that's a final call. That's a final call for $45. They're still bidding on Buddy Holly. That is at $120 with Alex Roman now. Mass and F minor, the electric prunes. VG plus condition, $24.99. Mass and F minor. Also the Cars, there's their classic self-titled debut album. The vinyl on that one is VG for $14.99. Also we have Unicorn by Tyrannosaurus Rex. Unicorn is a white label promo, VG $19.99. Also, I've got probably 50 CD box sets priced. I've got probably 50 CD box sets priced, all very reasonable, all very reasonably priced, and we're going to be showing those in just a moment. Next is David Bowie, Diamond Dogs. That's a VG copy for $19.99. And we have the Rolling Stones, It's Only Rock and Roll, VG plus condition, $29.99. Buddy Holly's now at $130. All right, so let's go ahead and sell Pink Floyd then for $45 to Andy Lewis. Surprised that only got one bid. That was a very nice copy. Pink Floyd just sold for $45. Buddy Holly was at $120, $125. Evan Waltman is, hope I'm saying your last name correctly. You get the Cars. I believe you're a first-time viewer. If that's your first-time purchase, thank you and welcome. Make sure you message our page, Evan. That is a first-time purchase for you. We do $7 in limited shipping. Now, we've already had live sales just like this on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. This is Thursday. We're going to be doing it again tomorrow, Friday, and we're going to be doing it again tomorrow on Saturday. So you can buy as much as you want for $7 in limited shipping. Is the Stones cover a reissue? Pamela, no, it's not. It is the original cover. It is a stereo press, but it is the lenticular cover. That's VG plus $54.99. Buddy Holly, $130. We have Thomas Hujar said OBC 45. Now, what was that? OBC 45. Nigel Del Rocket wants the T-Rex. That's sold to Nigel Del Rocket. Bill Toe, you were second on the Cars. Buddy Holly, 140. Buddy Holly, 150. Pamela Yeager said sold on the Rolling Stones. Condition of Pink Floyd final cut. Obscured by... Oh, we already had a... Thomas, we already had a $45 bid on that. We already had a $45 bid on that. Christopher's backing on Buddy Holly at $155. Alex is at $160. The final cut. The vinyl is VG Plus. Not a bad jacket. It's VG Plus or better. It has the original inner sleeve. The vinyl on that is VG Plus. That's Pink Floyd, the final cut. All right, well, I was going to do Stevie Ray Vaughan, but while they're... Well, no, he's out on Buddy Holly. Okay, let's go ahead and wrap up Buddy Holly then. Christopher Morris is out. Buddy Holly's at $160. What a nice copy. What a nice copy. That's a final call to Alex Roman for $160. The Rolling Stones. This is this album, Dirty Work. What's this one? The camouflage cover's messing with me. Dirty Work, yes. Don't doubt yourself. The Rolling Stones, Dirty Work. This is in the original shrink wrap, which was red translucent, as you can see. And it has the hype sticker. That was VG Plus $29.99. Sell that to Michael Nath in the original shrink wrap. And the Best of the Paul Butterfield Blues Band. That's VG Plus $19.99. Best of the Paul Butterfield Blues Band. The Doors, Waiting for the Sun, is a VG copy, $14.99. All right, let's go ahead and sell Buddy Holly to Alex Roman for $160. I hope if everybody's done, if you were done bidding on Buddy Holly, you were done, because that's sold to Alex Roman for $150. Let me get the table cleared over here, and also let me find... I need my other phone to sell Stevie Ray Vaughan, because I got some information over here that I need another phone to read off of. So let me do that right quick. So now, let me try to show this, and then I might have to set it aside so we can keep showing records. I think I've went ahead and told a couple people already this is a $2,000 start. I debated between $2,000 and $2,500, but I have decided if I'm going to let something like this go. I think I told Paul last week, and Tanner and Seth and everybody else here that works here, I said, you know what, if I'm going to sell this thing, I don't want to let it go for any less than $3,000. I mean, it's just a unique item, and if anything, it would look really cool here at the store. So I think y'all know, I think I said it already. I've also told a couple people who's asked. Not many people's asked. I figured some people would be like, what's that going to start at? Only a handful of people have asked, but It is a $2,000 start. Let me show this in full detail. It is, I made a couple videos, but I didn't like the way, this is very hard to photograph and it's very hard to make videos of because it's like you're holding a big mirror. So this is Stevie Ray Vaughan, autographed CD. This was from the Live Alive CD release, where he autographed the disc, and it's also signed by the rest of Double Trouble. So there's a signature there, there's a signature there, and as you can see, there's a signature here on the back of the CD. And of course, one of the things that I was looking up was the rest of the members to Double Trouble so I could get their names right. I know one is Chris Layton, which I think is the drummer, and it's signed back here on the back of the CD case. And then Reese Winans, the keyboard player's right here, and I was going to get that third name for you just so I could have all that straight. But it is also signed by that. Now, the important part, the letter of authenticity from JSA. Let me get the names for these other people. Yeah, I think it has it on here as well. Now, JSA, Tommy Shannon, thank you. JSA only authenticated, Stevie Ray Vaughan and Tommy Shannon's signature. That doesn't mean the other ones aren't authentic. They're definitely authentic, but that's the only two they authenticated. That's probably the only two they maybe had comps and they felt comfortable. But it is autographed by Stevie Ray Vaughan and then Tommy Shannon, which is right here. That's those two. Now, the red felt tips, which was Chris Layton and Reese Winans, those are on the back of the CD and the disc, and JSA didn't authenticate those. Not saying they're not real. I can promise you they're real. But those are no reason to fake those. Hey, John just took the words out of my mouth. Yeah, no reason to fake the other guys. But yeah, very strong signature, as you can see from the picture. Let me actually show it to you. It's a very strong autograph. If that was probably going to come back a grade, that's definitely a 9 or a 10. Very nice. It also has these original backstage passes that doesn't look like they were ever used. It has a guest pass, a crew pass, and then 3 backstage passes, working personnel on that. That is a starting bid for $2,000. If it doesn't get a bid, it's a buy it now for $2,000. It's been authenticated. It's in a very nice frame, which that has some value to itself. And of course, it has a full written letter of authenticity. It's been notarized by the Notary Public of Florida, and that's obviously what they do with those. Okay, all right, let me go back to showing some records now. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything else. Michael Nath got the Rolling Stones. John Young wanted to see the Doors label. John Young wanted to see the Doors label. This is Waiting for the Sun, and I'm not for sure what label. It looks like it's gold. We're off to a good start. This is a gold Electra label. The Doors, Waiting for the Sun. The Doors, Waiting for the Sun. $2,000 start on that. 2,00 period or decimal 00. John Young, that's the gold Electra label. Stereo VG copy, $14.99. $14.99. Don't forget the air horn. Yes, if it gets a bid, we'll have to do a couple air horns, I guess. David Bowie pinups. David Bowie is a VG copy for $19.99. David Bowie pinups, VG, $19.99. Yes, $7 shipping. We'll ship it for $7. It's probably going to cost us $100 after insurance and everything. Rolling Stones, Made in the Shade. Rolling Stones, Made in the Shade is a VG plus $24.99. The Rolling Stones is a compilation. One of the first Stones records I had. Very good compilation. VG plus condition. So we had a couple Stones buyers on tonight. That will probably get grabbed too. John Lennon Imagine. This is VG on the vinyl. It does have the poster with it. That does have the poster with it. VG $19.99. There's Stevie Ray Vaughan. Let me go ahead and auction another CD. We sold one earlier, I think, for $35. I'm going to start this one at $25 again. This is Taj Mahal, another autographed Taj Mahal CD. I'm going to start this one at $25 if you missed out on the other one. This is Taj Mahal like never before. It's autographed by Taj Mahal. That's a $25 start. I'm going to lay that over here to Stevie Ray Vaughan. Taj Mahal's a $25 start. Stevie Ray Vaughan is a $2,000 start. John Lennon, Imagine. This is VG $19.99 with a poster. That is sold to Nigel Del Rocket. That's sold to Nigel Del Rocket. Marmalade, Reflections of My Life is VG $14.99. Marmalade, Reflections of My Life, Blue London label, $14.99 VG condition. And the Rolling Stones, Let It Bleed. Let It Bleed has the original inner sleeve, VG condition on the vinyl, $14.99. Now, here's some strategy to Stevie Ray Vaughan. I know there's some people who was highly considering bidding on this. Here's how this is probably going to work. If it doesn't get a bid in about a minute or two, that I'm going to end it and make it a buy it now. And there's probably, maybe, at least one person waiting to do that. There could be two. If you want to bid, there's a good time to lock that in. If you want to wait to get a buy it now, you might get it at a better price, but you also could miss it. But it is a 2000, it's going to be just like any other auction. If I end it, I'm going to open up that opportunity, and it'll be a buy it now best offer, or it'll be a buy it now. And we have Nigel Dale Rocket on Rolling Stones. That's sold to Nigel Dale Rocket. That was Let It Bleed. We do have a bid on Taj Mahal for $25. Stack Ridge is a VG copy for $24.99. Stack Ridge is VG $24.99. And The Who, Who's Next, a VG copy, $19.99. That's on the original Decca Color Bars label. The Who, Who's Next is VG $19.99. Classic album. And Blind Faith, Eric Clapton, Steve Winwood, Ginger Baker, and Rich Gregg. We have VG Plus $14.99. Blind Faith. Also, Ahmad Jamal's Alhambra. Ahmad Jamal, VG Plus $34.99. This is on the Argo label. Audio Odyssey by Argo. Ahmad Jamal, VG Plus condition, $34.99. All right, final call on the Taj Mahal. $25 with Preston Rose. I'm about to sell that. I'm going to give Stevie Ray Vaughan like 60 more seconds for somebody to bid before I make it a buy it now. Genuine Dillard and Clark is a VG copy for $24.99. Genuine Dillard and Clark. And Gary Mulligan Quartet, recorded in Boston at Storyville, Pacific Jazz 1228. This is VG Plus $19.99. Jerry Mulligan Quartet, recorded in Boston at Storyville, Pacific Jazz 1228. VG Plus $19.99. How much was The Doors, Waiting on the Sun? Jeremiah Lewis, The Doors, Waiting on the Sun. That's on the original Gold Electra label. The vinyl was VG $14.99. $14.99. Van Halen is VG $24.99. We have Preston Rose says he would. Preston Rose is the high bidder, and he gets the Taj Mahal CD for $25. That's sold to Preston Rose. And Tighten Up, Archie Bell and the Drells. That's a VG $19.99. Archie Bell and the Drells. Tighten It Up. I do have a standing offer on Stevie Ray Vaughan for $1,800. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add another minute to the clock now and still say I'm going to turn that on for a $2,000 buy it now in just a minute. But right now it is still available to bid. I'm going to add another minute since I did get an offer on it for $1,800. I will consider that, Michael Nath. We'll see what happens at the buy it now price. Or somebody might decide to go ahead and bid in the next 60 seconds. Or in Chad's mind, 60 seconds is like 2 minutes. So Jeremiah Lewis said he will take The Doors, Waiting for the Sun. Let's go ahead and auction this right quick. This is a Bob Dylan's Greatest Hits. The vinyl's about VG Plus, or better, EX Plus to VG Plus, or EX to VG Plus. It's a second label, but it does have the poster with it. We're going to start this at just $15. This is Bob Dylan Greatest Hits. It's the second label, and it does have the poster with it. It does have the poster. Very cool Milton Glasser poster. Very clean, very nice, no rips or tears. That's going to be just a $15 start on the Bob Dylan. For that, you're pretty much buying the poster. Christopher Morris is in. Now, Tanner, we're going to have to get this folded back. Oh, hold on a second. I think I got it. I got it. Okay. 15 and now 17 on that. Bob Dylan Greatest Hits with poster. Very nice poster on that one. Let me lay that right there away from Stevie Ray Vaughan for a second. Goodbye by Cream is EX $24.99. The cover damage has some cover damage and some seam splits. EX $24.99. Goodbye Cream. EX condition $24.99. And the Cars, there's another copy if you missed out one earlier. This is another VG copy for $14.99. Another VG Cars, VG $14.99. Buckingham Nicks, a VG copy, $39.99. It's a 1981 keel press, non-gatefold, $39.99. All right, Stevie Ray Vaughan is a $2,000 buy it now. We've already got an $1,800 offer. If anybody wants it, it's kind of an open window now for $2,000 if anybody wants it. There's the letter Authenticity. Framed Stevie Ray Vaughan. I'm going to carefully set this right over here. And Michael Nath, if that doesn't sell tonight, or if it doesn't sell here in a moment, or if you don't reach a deal, I will heavily think about that for $1,800. The Cars, we had Buckingham Nicks, Wayne Carr. Bob Dylan was at 20-22. Buckingham Nicks to Wayne Carr. Christopher Morris said he would take the Cars. Bill Toe was second. Christopher Morris says he's out on Bob Dylan. Let me lay this right over here. And that means the Bob Dylan Greatest Hits with poster is $22. Next was Archie Bell, $14. It was Archie Bell and the Drill. No, it was a VG copy for $19.99. VG $19.99. We have Cream Disraeli Gears, VG $14.99. Michael Nass says also I can buy it back after he dies. Can I get that in writing? Can I have it back, or I'm going to have to buy it back? I need you to clarify on that. All right, let's see here. Let's see here. Let me see what else I got in the crate of stuff I was going to auction. I'm going to probably start showing some of these as buy it nows, but aha. All right, now this is killer. I hadn't really got to talk to you about this much. I took pictures of it, but I really didn't see, I really hadn't got to tell you about what this is. This is a 69 Led Zeppelin 1. It's super clean. We found this in the back. Paul has it as a 69 Presswell. It has the long wear plating in the dead wax, if that means anything to you. This is a 69 Presswell, 4-digit, 1841 Broadway. It's beautiful. I have listened to this multiple times already. It is so clean. It's such a good sounding record. Led Zeppelin 69 Presswell. It is EX++ to near mint minus. That is EX++ to near mint minus. I don't even know what to start. Paul was wanting to buy it. I was thinking about keeping it. I kind of like to hoard these things. I mean, they're so nice. $75 start. $75 start for Led Zeppelin 1. Super clean copy. It also has a really nice jacket with it. It's a $75 start. That's a 69 Presswell. Really nice. I mean, when I put it on, it had almost no noise on it. That's a $75 start. $75 start on that. Okay, back up at the top. So we had Bob Dylan at 22. Then we had Bob Dylan at 23. Was Ahmad Jamal white label promo? Ahmad Jamal was not a white label promo. Let me look at that one more time. It was not a white label promo. It's a gray Argo label. Bob Dylan 23, Bob Dylan 25, in writing with JSA authentication for what you sell to me for. Okay. Let's see. Did I miss SRV? Kind of, but not really. SRV is $2,000. We kind of already have a standing offer for $1,800. If I can get Ahmad Jamal. What's going on with Ahmad Jamal here? Let's see if I can get him back in his sleeve. This side. There we go. Ahmad Jamal. That is VG Plus $34.99. Bob Dylan 27. Jeff McMaster's out. Michael Nath is at 75 on Led Zeppelin. Pete's at 75. Led Zeppelin 80. We have Grand Funk Railroad. Grand Funk Railroad is VG $24.99. Grand Funk Railroad, VG $24.99. Roxy Music, there's some more nightly nudity. VG Plus $24.99 for Roxy Music. And the Essential Jimi Hendrix Volume 2. That's a VG copy for $14.99. Led Zeppelin's now at 80. Now it's at 90. So we have an out on Bob Dylan. And that means Jeff McIntosh has this for $27. It has a really nice poster with it. Jeff McIntosh has that for $27. Final call. Link Ray and the Rayman. It's in shrink wrap. The vinyl is VG. That is $99.99. $99.99. David, everything is sticker price right now. Get That Feeling. Jimi Hendrix Plays and Curtis Knight Sings. That's VG for $14.99. And OK by J.J. Kell, VG plus $24.99. New high bid on Bob Dylan's 30, Led Zeppelin's at 90. We also have Kiss, Dress to Kill, VG copy for $19.99. Kiss, Dress to Kill, that's a VG copy for $19.99. George Ellis first to J.J. Kell, Kevin Willis was second. Stone the Crows, Teenage Licks. Stone the Crows is a VG plus for $19.99. And David Bowie, Aladdin Sane, is a VG $19.99. David Bowie, Aladdin Sane, VG for $19.99. Sarah Long on JH, that's probably for Jimi Hendrix. What year is Link? Link Ray is, this is the OG press. What year did this one come out? I'm not real for sure. Was it 60 something? I don't have the exact year on my notes, though. Link Ray. That's a VG for $99.99. Sarah wanted Jimi Hendrix Volume 2. Not Get That Feeling. She wanted Volume 2. Jeff's out on Bob Dylan. That means Jake Clegg, you've got Bob Dylan for 30. Final call. Pamela Yeager wants the David Bowie. And, yes, I need to show that as well. Where's that Beatles box, too? Yeah, let me go ahead and show that. This is $149.99. It was weird. I opened up a box in the back, and I was like, man, I just watched a YouTube video on this. The Beatles Compact Disc EP Collection. Parlogram Auctions, their YouTube page, just did a video on this. This is the Beatles EP Collection CD box. $149.99. $149.99. The Beatles Compact Disc EP Collection. He was giving it high reviews of how high quality these recordings are. This is mint and complete. $149.99. This is the Beatles Parlophone, the Beatles Compact Disc EP Collection, $149.99. That is available as a buy now. Okay, we have Ryan's out on Led Zeppelin. Led Zeppelin's at $90 with Michael Nath. Final call. Jimmy LaCroix says Kiss OG. Is that a question? Is Kiss OG? Let me find out. It's on the original blue label, but I don't have any other notes. So it's on the blue Casablanca label. If you want that, Jimmy, let me know. If not, so did David Tate. Ian, you were second to Bowie. We have condition on Link. Link Ray, the vinyl is in VG condition. VG condition on Link Ray. The cover is in shrink wrap. VG Plus in shrink wrap. Kevin or Brian C put SEM. Was this a putback or? Okay, Buckingham Nicks. Who got the Buckingham Nicks? That's one claim we might have missed earlier. Wayne Carr, BN. Wayne Carr on that one. Jimmy says he doesn't want Kiss. So sell Kiss to David Tate. Anthony Castanga. Sorry if I messed that up. And can I pick it up? You can. If you're local and you want to pick up, here's how things work. We have local pickups we do every Monday, just like when we send invoices. So if you're picking up anything you buy Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we do this 6 nights a week. Your pickups are ready on Monday. So if you buy something tonight or tomorrow night, or even if you bought something this Monday, it's not ready until the following Monday. We still need you to send our page a message, Anthony, and your last name is Anthony Castanga. I hope I'm saying that right. So it will be ready for pickup Monday, but I still need you to send our page a message with your email address and a mailing address so we can send you an invoice. And David Hughes says he'll take Ahmad Jamal. He says he'll go ahead and take the Ahmad Jamal. All right, let's go ahead and also end some auctions. Led Zeppelin is sold to Michael Nath for $90. Also, Jake Clegg gets the Bob Dylan with poster for $30. That is sold. Anthony, you got Link Ray. John Young, I think you know the drill. Everything is sticker price. Okay, I was trying to find some comps on the Warriors poster. By the way, this is extremely difficult for me to show. I'm not going to unroll it. I'm just going to show you pictures of it. I think by now you know what it looks like. This is the Warriors poster. That's another reason why I got my other cell phone. I cannot unroll this. It takes up the entire table, and where it's rolled, it's really hard to show. But this is the Warriors poster. Last thing I was trying to do was try to find any more comps I could find on anything like this. And it was actually quite a challenge, especially one with this many autographs. But here's what you're bidding on. This is the Warriors, the movie. It's autographed by the cast and crew, and it is JSA authenticated. Now, the autographs they authenticated was Michael Beck, Deborah Valkenburg, Dorsey Wright, David Harris, Terry Michos, Brian Tyler, Thomas Waits, and Roger Hill. And I hope I didn't butcher any of those, but those are the ones that they laid claim to being authenticated. They called it the Warriors Cast multi-sign color poster. It's a 27 by 40. It has 8 signatures on it. It has 8 signatures, I think, that they actually authenticated. And actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so they authenticated all 8 signatures. All 8 signatures have been authenticated. It's a really nice poster. It's very glossy. Now, it's not an original movie poster. It's an exact size of one, but that's not an original Warriors movie poster. It's not an OG poster, but I like this one. It's very glossy. It doesn't have any creases where it's been rolled, so it's not creased or anything. And the poster itself is near mint. It's got those 8 signatures on it. And as a bonus item, we've had this laying around in the back for a while. Well, you get the Warriors LP to go along with it. has the original inner sleeve, and it's a white label promo. So I've been trying to figure out what to start this, and I have a price in mind of $875. I was thinking a little bit more originally, but that's what I'm going to start with this one. And this is autographed, 8 autographs on it, and we've had it JSA authenticated, the authentications inside the tube there as well, and that is $875. It's got those 8 autographs on it, and it's a full-size movie poster, actually a little bit smaller than a original full-size movie poster, and the record there as well, $875. And it'll be shipped in this tube just like you see it. I can't get the record in the tube, but we'll ship that to you separate. All for $7 insured. Let me go through these titles one more time. By the way, I lost the connection with Facebook there for a while, so Tanner, I might need to borrow your tablet because actually it's only seeing, I've only been able to see YouTube comments, I think, since I started showing that thing. So if there's any new comments on Facebook, okay, Tanner says no new on his too, maybe over here. So Tanner, I don't think I can see Facebook comments right now, which isn't the best time for that to happen. Eventually, we may have to go exclusively on YouTube. I mean, it's getting really bad watching on Facebook. It's hard for us to see comments. It's hard for y'all to watch. But let me go through this one more time. We have the best of the soundtracks. That's a white label promo, VG Plus $19.99. We also have David Bowie, Station to Station, VG Plus $24.99. $875 on the Warriors. Yes, $875, 8 signatures, autographed, poster, verified by JSA, and as a little token, you get the original album, white label promo as well. Wilson Pickett, I'm in Love, VG for $19.99. I was thinking originally starting it at $1,000, but $875 sounds much better to me. So I had $1,000 in my mind. Just like originally I had $2,500 or $3,000 for Stevie, but $2,000 on that, and this is $875. Yeah, starting bid. Yeah, I cannot see Facebook comments right now. I'm going to have to open Facebook over here. So let me see here. Let me pull up our Facebook feed. I have no Facebook connection right now on our Restream software. So let me pull up Facebook, and if anybody's trying to comment, I can't see it. So let me pull that up. All right, I've got Facebook pulled up over here next to me now. So if you're trying to comment on YouTube or on Facebook, I'm seeing it now. So that's where we're at. If I've missed anything before, the last YouTube comment I seen was David Hugh claimed Ahmad Jamal. That's the last thing I've seen. It's been like 10 minutes. So if you've tried buying or selling anything on Facebook, I haven't seen in the last 10 minutes. Cynthia Herdren wants the David Bowie Station to Station. Sell that to Cynthia. David Bowie Station to Station. That's sold to Cynthia. Cynthia Herdren. All right, I've got it pulled up over here as well. So Cynthia says, claim David Bowie Station to Station. Cynthia, that's sold to you. Thank you, Cynthia, if you're a first-time buyer. Thank you and welcome. Station to Station, sold to you. VG Plus condition, $24.99. Jeff McMaster says, Beatles CD EP box set sold. Tanner, that's sold to Jeff McMaster for $149.99. And I've got 2 feeds going right now. So let me try to keep up with these comments. It says we got 120 people watching on YouTube, or 122 people watching on Facebook, and 110 people watching on YouTube. So we got 232 viewers right now, and I'm having a really hard time seeing comments. We might have to completely reset our feed because it's going to be very difficult now for me to keep up, especially I've got a lot more killer auctions to put up, and I really can't continue if I can't see comments. All right, so Led Zeppelin was VG Plus $24.99. We also have the Savage 7 Cream and Iron Butterfly EX condition, $34.99. If you notice on the screen right now, there's no Facebook comments popping up on that. Cynthia, if you're a first-time buyer, thank you and welcome. Please make sure you send our Facebook page a message with your email address and your mailing address. The last 2 claims I've got in like the last 10 minutes was Cynthia's David Bowie and Jeff McMaster's CD box set. Those are both sold. Looking for an $875 start on the Warriors before I make it a buy it now. I'll probably finish this bin, and if my restream hadn't been fixed by then, we may have to start a whole new stream. Mass and F minor, the Electric Prunes, VG Plus condition, $24.99. David Bowie, Diamond Dogs was a VG copy, $19.99. David Bowie, Diamond Dogs. So David Bowie, Electric Prunes, the Savage 7 soundtrack, We had Led Zeppelin, Jules, Wilson Pickett, and the best of soundtracks. The Rolling Stones, It's Only Rock and Roll. That's a VG Plus copy for $29.99. Pink Floyd, The Final Cut, is VG Plus $29.99. Pamela Yeager says she'll take Pink Floyd, Pamela Yeager says she'll take the Electric Prunes. That's owed to Pamela Yeager. Thomas Hujar says he'll take David Bowie, and it looks like Cynthia, you were second. Thomas Hujar was first on Facebook. He put DB, and then you also put Diamond Dog. So that's sold to Pamela, and David Bowie sold to Thomas. Cynthia was second. Golden Butter, the best of the Paul Butterfield Blues Band, is VG Plus $19.99. Also, David Bowie Pinups is a VG copy, $19.99. Marmalade, Reflections of My Life, that is VG $14.99. And Rolling Stones, Made in the Shade, that's VG Plus $24.99. Stack Ridge is a VG copy for $24.99. And also, we have The Who, Who's Next, VG copy, $19.99. All right, now for those that were interested in the Warriors poster, it's now a buy it now, first come, first serve for $875. If anybody wants this, it's $875. It's autographed, JSA authenticated, and you get this record with it as well. That is $875. I'm going to put it over here with David Bowie, or excuse me, with Stevie Ray Vaughan. That's also still available for $2,000. I do have a standing offer on it though. All right, Blind Faith is VG Plus $14.99. Blind Faith VG Plus $14.99. Genuine Dillard and Clark is a VG copy for $24.99. Also, Jerry Mulligan Quartet, recorded in Boston at Storyville, Pacific Jazz 1228. That's a VG Plus $19.99. Van Halen 2, that was VG $24.99. Goodbye by Cream is EX $24.99. Also, Tighten Up, Archie Bell and the Drells. Tighten Up is a VG copy for $19.99. Green and Blue Atlantic label, VG $19.99. Cream Disraeli Gears is still available. It's a VG copy for $14.99. Pamela Yeager gets Archie Bell and the Drells. That's sold to Pamela Yeager. Grand Funk, E Pluberous Funk. That was a VG copy for $24.99. Roxy Music is VG Plus $24.99. Stone the Crows, Teenage Licks, VG Plus $19.99. And Get That Feeling, Jimi Hendrix Plays and Curtis Knight Sings. That's a VG for $14.99. So here's what's left in this crate. Jimi Hendrix, Stone the Crows, Roxy Music, Grand Funk, Cream, Van Halen, Jerry Mulligan, Genuine, Dillard and Clark, Blind Faith, The Who, Stack Ridge, The Rolling Stones, Marmalade, David Bowie Pinups is still available. Butterfield Blues Band, Pink Floyd Final Cut, The Rolling Stones, It's Only Rock and Roll, The Savage 7 soundtrack, Led Zeppelin, Jules compilation, Wilson Pickett, and the best of soundtracks. Pamela Yeager also wants Roxy Music. And we have to probably, Cynthia Herdron says she'll clave David Bowie Pinups. That is, thank you, Paul. Cynthia says she'll take David Bowie Pinups. This is, what happened to you, David Bowie Pinups? All right, there's David Bowie. Pamela wants to know how much is Rock and Roll. It's Only Rock and Roll. The Rolling Stones, Pamela, that was VG Plus for $29.99. All right, here's what I'm going to have to do. Let me take a quick break. I hate to do this with one of our biggest nights of the week. We got 242 people watching. But if you can hear me, we've got to take a quick pause because I have the rest of the night nothing but incredible records to auction. Beach Boys, Pet Sounds, and Mono and Shrink Wrap. I still got some sealed records over here. I still hadn't actually showed the crate that I got ready. I've got books. I've got autographed books. I've got Kiss records and Shrink Wrap. I've got CD box sets. I've got autographed CDs. I've got CDs. And we might can reach a deal on those Tell Me If Zombies Is Sold. These were my next two auctions. When we come back, these will be the first two auctions, most likely. We got the Zombies and Jimi Hendrix on a tri-color Steamboat label. Let me take a break. Our feed is really messed up right now. I cannot see everybody's comments. We got to reset. I hate to do that because I'm sure some people won't come back. If you do come back, I would greatly appreciate it. Pamela says the Rolling Stones. I hope everybody comes back, and when we start back at 9 o'clock, or maybe even a little before, that everybody, all 242 people are back on. We still got a lot of great, incredible stuff to show. On sale new vinyl. More vintage, Paul just brought up a whole nother crate. There was another crate before that. Kiss records to auction. I still got high-end autographs to sell and put up for the first time. We will be back in 15 minutes, okay? Just 15 minutes. I'll see you then.